a process for internal selling.
When you say internal selling, can you give me a specific example?
So yeah, I mean, I've got, a contract. The way big company works is, we're proposing the contract and I have gates. I have to get it approved all the way up to the $40 billion man. And there's so many roadblocks, and every day, I mean, because it's not an outward customer, it's a different strategy, right? Because they're supposed to work with me. We're under the same company, but they don't. And they don't, it's a lot of politics. And yeah, anyways, I was looking for like a flow or any tips or do you have a module on internal selling?
The whole course, I want you to just handle an internal deal the exact same way you would handle an external deal. And close it. Does it make sense to blank? What's a good next step? Less is more. Typically with internal, we end up giving them a bunch of information, then we just sit around and nothing happens and it gets blocked. So just sell it that exact same way. The other version of internal, and I think yours is more, you're trying to get another department to buy from your department. But the other version of internal that a lot of us have to face is, let's say Santosh is my CEO, I'll have a deal with Kane, and now I got to sell Santosh on taking on the account, right? And I have to sell it that way. Again, same thing though. Hey Santosh, does it make sense to get Jerry and Tanya and Stacy in the room so that we can assign FTEs to Kane's account, move forward, help us capture that additional 17,000 as we bring his organization on, right? What ends up happening is when it's internal, we typically lose our process and we sound like little kids asking their parents for something, and then it just turns into a nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, the big company, we have like a 17 form thing that goes through approval process, and we have to have, constrained meetings where we do these reviews, L4, L5, L6, L7.
Yep. Would you like to shorten that?
Oh my God, if possible, but it cannot happen. It is big, it's rigid, it's politics.
Yeah. So here's an idea. Okay, tread very lightly. I don't want you to get fired. But same thing, you could prospect, you can cold call on this. Let's say Bruce Peters is in charge of that. Hey, Bruce, it's Greg. Hey, I got an idea I'd love to get your opinion on. Yeah, what's up, Greg? Hey, so on the form, I know it's a 17 form. Totally get it. I'm totally with you. I totally understand. What are your thoughts, though, on if we could shorten it? And the reason why is the resources on both sides. I mean, I'm starting to do the math and calculating, and I think there's a couple $1 million here in time and expense and resources that might be going out the door. Curious to get your thoughts on that. Why? I'm just basically teasing the idea out internally, and I'm gonna let Bruce be the hero. Well, now that you bring it up, then you'll be shocked sometimes when you bring it up that way, right? And by the way, internally, people are always looking for other people to bring them ideas. What you can't do is go into Bruce's office and go, gosh darn it, Bruce, these things are killing us, right? Because Bruce hears that all the time. Hey, Bruce, I got an idea I wanted to get your opinion on, right? I know everybody's heads down trying to lower costs. Man, I'm looking at these forms. I'm just curious to see if you've got any ideas. Man, every hour, I didn't realize this, and I'm sure you already thought about this, but every hour we can save on these internal deals is essentially 2, because it's the hour on my side, I work for the mothership, and the hour on the other person's side, and then in case your department, I know you guys are slammed, Bruce, might even be 3 hours. What are your thoughts on maybe taking a few of these out? Maybe even just split testing it. If you need a test pilot, I'm happy to do it. If you ever want to do a couple deals and just see if you want to true up that process, you're totally your call on that. But anything I can do to help you, Bruce, I know you guys are slammed. I know you guys got a lot on your plate. I'm kind of embarrassed. I nerd out on this stuff. So if there's ever, deals you want to try something new, like, hey, I just want to raise my hand, let you know I'm out here, happy to do it. Now all of a sudden, Bruce is like, who was that guy? He's pretty cool. And then guess what? You just sold your idea internally into the organization. The problem is there's 2 CEOs on this call. I'm not going to say who they are. I can see them right now. But every CEO, COO, right, VP of XYZ, all they do is have people come into their office and say, this is screwed up, right? Nobody's like, hey, I got an idea I want to get your opinion on. right? Try it. I think you might find that you can change some policy.